Butt Pumper gonna be first up versus Facile off the bat. Everybody in the team just kind of got flung right out of the intro. This is going to be a big Blade Storm off of that Avatar, double Blade Storms, as it's going to be a full army down as long as Facile does not get interrupted. He may be okay. Big bleed on the Demonology Warlock as Pumper, taking a lot of damage. That is a big Pit Lord right. Oh my god. This absolutely got savaged by the full summoner playstyle of Facile. This goes in for the full entire set of demons. My goodness. By the way, I recently got a Warlock up and running to max level, and they feel powerful. They're awesome. Facile gonna be under a ton of pressure. Big kill shots by Pax. Pav trying to see if he can lock him down. Facile may need everything more here. Oh my god, them kill shots. It's kind of insane. I feel like survival inside of cooldowns is ridiculously strong, but outside of that, they're kind of squishy on average. Big kill shots still going through versus Bleed. As Pharaoh may not feel it actually. Looks like he doesn't feel any of the damage from Pav. Pav is the one feeling all this. May need himself manic bandages to remove the bleeds. Does he have a manic bandage? Does he have a way to remove the bleeds? Because the manager's bleeding profusely. Got himself regenerating. Gives him a little bit of healing, but the man just dead to them bleeds. Shelly gonna be up next as Bleed try to see if he can get himself a proper opener into a rake stun Shelly. What's your name actually? Var? I have no idea what that means. Shell does have a parry coming backups kind of sort of soonish. It's gonna take a lot of damage from the thorns. Try to see if you can ignore pain, but I don't think you can ignore the bleeds and the thorns in your wounds. I feel like the man have ignored the problem. Should probably worked on fixing it as soon as possible. But it's going to be a bit of regrowth for Bleed as Psycho try to see if he can potentially get himself a better angle, and Bleed get himself yet another set of bleeds. Big Evoke to follow Psycho, try to see if he can maybe survive his bark skin. Got himself a little bit of damage with Bleed. Is it going to be enough though? Got himself a mean beam burning down onto the Feral Druid. Hasn't used Incarnation or anything, so he still has a lot of his burst damage available. Bear form, and the Feral is denied from being able to properly get himself a stealthy opener. Psycho, does he end up going for big bursts at all though? Got himself a couple star surges. Bleed, I think maybe just have him. Big bite. Man, never even got to really chance to play, did he? With Griff gonna be up next. Kinder shot locked down onto Bleed. Does not really let him play the game whatsoever. Gonna be secret technique. Lives it, but barely. Got himself friends and regen. I guess doesn't really feel it that much while he got 25% dampening. Blind is going to be tricking out of Bleed. Does he go for a Kinder shot to follow? Does end up getting bleeds on the Griff. Griff is going to be in stealth for only a limited time. Does he end up getting a shadow step towards Bleed? Does he have a Kinder shot to follow? Maim, Convoke, does have a tricky gouge for it. Does he turn it around here? Because the man is bleeding. He needs to have a go right now. I think he has it here. There's no way, right? Yeah, there we go. With the warrior charging out his gamer, trying to deny Griff got any opportunity to, well, I guess Grief is go. Trying to see if he can maybe AoE him out with a Kinder shot to follow. Immediate trick and disarm. And the rogue should have the full control of a gamer at this point. Does not have a blind for a while. Does shadow step at a right time. They're into yet another charge. Stormbolt to follow. That's going to take a lot of bleeds game. Oh my god. Oh lordy. Oh, this warrior did not want to deal with a rogue today. It was like, oh, you know what? This is a rogue. It goes in, stealthing. I don't want to deal with it. I'm just going to Stormbolt him. I don't one-shot him. Fumbler versus Bug Rika off the bat. Bit of a monk versus an arcane mage. Dude, I actually recently leveled an arcane mage. Your guys' class is insane. Gonna be freeze onto Bug Rika off the bat. Try to go for the arcade surge immediately. More missiles to follow. Mad damage on the Rika. Try to see if he can continue to pressure. Mad soothing miss. Could potentially be a blink out of Fumbler if he wants to close that gap and try to maybe go for the interrupt. Rika going for the port. Got him some plenty healing. More arcane blast to follow. Lots of damage set up by Fung as he goes in for a bit of a Lexi versus Bug Rika. Is it gonna be enough potentially here? Fung with a bit of an invis as is still slapping him around. Missiles to follow. Could potentially be a karma out of the monk pretty early on. Does have an extra defensive. Trying to go for a bit of that Night Fae ability. Gonna be a soothing miss. Interrupted. Maybe in a bad spot. Does get himself a big sipping cup in order to increase his survivability, but may still be going down. Wants to go for the karma barrage. Does get clapped up with a Zoen. Trying to go for a bit of soothing miss. Knows there's no interrupt available for Fungi Fumbler. Big Barrage could take him down right now, though. The Barrage Execute is still, they keep nerfing him, but it's still very deadly. Massive Lexi is going to be an Ice Block out of Fungi. Yes, he does need himself a little bit of that recovery. Rika finally able to lock him down for just a moment. Lex Sweep, and it looks like maybe a Fungi Fumbler either playing Blink and just didn't have it, or playing Shimmer. But potentially could be a Shimmer play out of this man. Enrique so far, what are we looking like? Karma not coming back for about 50 more seconds. Does have diffuse magic, so potentially could use diffuse in order to survive this. It's going to be rooted out for just a second. Ring of Peace onto Fungi just to move him backwards. Touching the magic, mad damage with a huge execute. Doesn't take it down. Oh my god. He got so low for just a second, but Fungi wouldn't fumble. His name is Fungi Fumbler. But he wouldn't fumble that one with gonna be what, Scorp? Up next, immediate charge, Stormbolt just doesn't want to give Fungi much of a reset. I didn't even realize he was right there at the enemy's gates. Fungi does he have himself another ice block, not for 3 minutes, does not play the Night Fae ability of shifting power, so he doesn't have a way to redirect his cooldowns. Gonna be mad missiles onto Scorp, but does go for a fear to lock down Fungi for just a second while the touch of the magic is collecting all this arcane damage around him. Could be in a bad spot. Stormbolt to the Fungi does not have an out. Spirit to fall, I think it's over. Oh, it looks like he doesn't play into the normal blink, may actually be playing Shimmer instead. Scorpion gonna be up next versus one of the casters, maybe potentially Facile. The Warlock could be Kodako as a fire. Gonna be Rajani also on that team, yet another Elemental Shaman. We got ourselves Sajiro as the only melee on that team versus Scorp. It's gonna be one of these boys from one mage into the next, Kodako. At least get himself a proper opener. Try to give Scorp like, hey, you dueling me, my guy. At least you're aware. Big parry up right now as he doesn't have a lot of mobility to work with. Maybe if he goes for a leap, that's definitely going to be a freeze. Kodaka trying to make sure he got himself an out. As it's going to be a charge. Scorp definitely needs to reconnect. Trick it out really early. Does have himself a reflect, but it's going to be easily reflected as a fire blast comes out. Mad damage, big execute. Scorp got himself a little bit extra health to work with, but it's going to be Kodaka just ripping right through him with those missiles. Lexup onto Kodaka does not play the normal blink, but looks so maybe playing Shimmer. But it's going to be all the time. Oh, mad damage on Draco, though, before you could potentially alter it. What was that? Double kick? What was that? Those Rising Sun kicks are insane. What happened there? It looks like it's going to be Rajani up next. That's so Facile moving. Couldn't tell which one it's going to be. Rajani summoned up kind of a small fire alley. Is that normal? Light and Lasso to try to see if you can wrangle up the monk, dropping down a big old meatball on him, try to knock him back with a root as they're trying to go for that elemental mastery. Quick Frost Shocks to follow by Rajani, trying to see if he can break through Draco's defenses. Frost Shocks and Lava Burst together could be a lot of damage right now as Rajani just needs a little bit more survivability, trying to see if he can blast him. Draco needs a proc right now. Do they have the proc right there? Oh, big touch of death as Draco does get super low, rotated just about every defensive except for a Karma. Karma immediately as another portal trying to come out from Facile, does not get interrupted just yet, but does get him some pretty big board, does go for an interrupt right here, does not get the kick, but it's going to be Axe Toss. Oh, the Peasants go scrambling all over the place. Oh my god, the Peasants just bouncing off of that Ring of Peace. Oh my goodness, why? That thing is basically a bounce castle. That Pit Lord is going to come out in a moment. Draco better be careful. Pit Lord trying to see if he can chase it, just leaps right to you. Could potentially be in trouble. The man needs a Lexi or something. Does go for a board. Axe Toss to fall, just surrounded by the army of demons. And Facile does end up taking him down. That was so good. I feel like what Draco should have maybe done. The Pit Lord has a bit of a weird interaction that I've been able to observe through the spectator mode. But the Pit Lord will leap to you out of the nether portal wherever you are. However, if you, let's say, wait on top of the bridge, wait for him to leap to you, and then go under the bridge, he'll have to go around, running all the way around the ramps. So if you were trying to avoid the Pit Lord, trying to make him run after you, wait, let him spawn, then use your mobility tools. As Facile trying to see if he can potentially use his mobility tools to walk away from Predator the Warrior, as the man gonna break out of that fear with Zertika's Rage, holding on to his Rage region, trying to see if he can bleed down Facile with just this Draconic Roar. Facile may be in a bit of trouble. Reflect up, can even go for Mortal Coil, maybe a fear potentially. Ooh, it just goes down. Wiz and Shiro just charging out next. Warbreaker with a Blaze Storm immediately, trying to see if he can just slice and dice through a Predator. The man can't really stop a lot of this damage. He's a Fury Warrior. He could potentially heal through the damage, he can heal through the combat, but he can't parry it, he can't really stop it. Disrupt to follow by Sajiro, trying to go for the big executes. Does he get the damage he needs? Does end up running through and just slicing right through the man with his big old battle axe. Or actually, what are you running? What are you using? You are using a battle axe. Oh, I love that enchant, it looks so good. Firmo is going to be up next as a Pandaren Shadow Priest, trying to give Sajiro a bit of an honor duel. The man does have second win, so he's able to recover fairly quickly. Gonna be a quick charge by Sejuro, trying to see if he can potentially reconnect with Firma as the root comes up pretty early on. Reflect onto that VT, gonna be a stun out of the Shadow Priest. Does have some big Void Eruption to follow, potentially big damage Void Torrent, but it's gonna be immediate fear by Sejuro to break the Torrent with a Siphon joining in. Trying to see if he can kill that Siphon fairly quickly. Gonna be potentially maybe mind games out of Firma. As long as he jukes out a kick out of Sejuro, he will actually be able to do just fine. I think trying to go for a Panda Rachel, but does get Blazestorm down. Oh my goodness. That was a lot of damage. Let's get these boys back in here, though. Draco with 2, Sejuro catching 2, Facile locking down Draco, Mages having a bit of a back and forth together with the other Monk Bug Rika, but everyone got a chance to play this round.